Alrighty, we are live on this beautiful Monday afternoon. May God bless you all in the name of Jesus, the Messiah. I pray you are all very blessed in many ways as the Bitcoin price is pumping like a wild woman in distress. Look at this pump, guys. We are over $80,000 right now. Pretty dang crazy. What is going to happen next? Are we going to make our way up to $100,000? Man, I did take a poll in the chat asking a simple question. Is this breakout real? You guys said no. Y'all said nah, it's fake. Nah, it's 50-50. We're 50-50 in the chat. All right. Major shout out to everyone in the chat right now. Big shout out to Tony Tone, Dr. Pancake 27. Says, I'm so moist. Well, there's nothing better than moist pancakes. I have to say, when the maple syrup and the butter have soaked into the hot flapjacks and you take that bite, my goodness, the instant hit of dopamine that you get from the combination of simple carbohydrates combined with high-fat foods hits like nothing else does. All right? Big shout out to Zwift Dude. The bottom is well and truly behind us. Yeah, we'll see about that. Shout out to Gabriel GS4X who says, let's go! This is going to be so interesting. The Gabriel says, bottom, you wish. You wish, says Gabriel. You wish that the bottom was in. Huh, you ain't seen the bottom yet. Shout out to Daniel C.A. Prude who says, let's find the top and short. Shout out to Himalabia Moria 5882. He says, love from Clacton-on-Sea, UK. God bless you. Thank you so much for being here. Did I short 80.6? I did short 80.5. All right, I did short 80.5. Shout out to BJ Arn Games 6751, waiting for a meeting and watching you. Well, that's cool, man. I hope your meeting goes well. Shout out to Physique Doctor from Indonesia. Shout out to Chris Swimmer. Hello, y'all. Big shout out to Saved by the Blood ROM 325 Daily Bear Day Forming. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Well, here's the thing. Yes, we are seeing some serious bearish divergence forming here. All right, we got some flies flying in here. We got some big daily bear dips forming here for sure. All right. Teresa says, I'm revenge trading. The only thing you can do is log out. All right, log out. Shout out to PrimeVids3. He says the local top is near fire. All right, yeah, the local top could be in. It could be in. We're gonna be doing some high time frame breakdown analysis. Shout out to Arun from India. God bless you, Arun. And shout out to Grillis369 from Asheville. Owl Poncino. Hey Jay, inverted ball sack pattern. I'm not sure I know what the inverted ball sack pattern is, my friend. All right. And now Chichan E5Q says, dude, the bottom is in for sure. Only the sidelines are going to argue. 82 coming soon. Set a short at 84.8. I don't know. Shout out to Real Cipher Rider. Hey Jason, may God bless the Casper crew. Hope we really break today. A pump song during the breakout will be legendary. Yeah, seriously. 82K might be the top. It might be the top. Yeah, it might be. It might be, Divine Hood. We'll break it down. Shout out to Chia Thayana. He says, hi, mate. Hello, mate. Hello, mate. Hello, mate. What's going on, mate? Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. God bless you, mate. Good to see you here, mate. Cheers. All right, we've got the confirmed pullback and the confirmed ball sack pattern. All right, major shout out to Trader Geo. We've got to do a studio pump song for sure. All right, let's see who we got in here. Sabalon 888. He said, who's saying no? JC, I think it's time to kill a freestyle to go with the pump. Yeah, if we start to break out, you know, I might have to do that. And look, I'm in, yeah, so here's the deal. I did short 80,435. I had a limit order set there. I'm still in it. Haven't taken profits, all right? Have not taken profits. Let me pop it on the screen here. The reason why I took that trade is because of this, guys. All right, because of this, I've been talking about it literally for years, like literally since November. We have been talking about this important level being a major support resistance flip, and so that's the kind of level where you can set a limit order. I mean, look at that, you know. Now I could have closed this for like a $6,000 profit. I did not, because any short I take from here on out, guys, is for sure a hedge. All right, for sure a hedge. And so again, I'm up right now about 70 grand unrealized profit on my longs, and so therefore this trade here, risking $1,500 out of my 75K, is absolutely worth it in case we just happen to tap into the most obvious resistance in the world and reject, right? In case we happen to tap into the most obvious resistance in the world and reject. And sometimes that does happen. All right, sometimes that does happen. I'm not saying it's gonna happen now, but I mean, oftentimes we do see these support resistance flippity flip-flops act as the major resistances and supports. I mean, let us not forget what happened over here, right? Let us not forget what happened at this support resistance flippity flip-flop right over here, right? And let us not forget what happened on this support resistance flippity flip-flop right over here, right? Look, like literally two, oh wait, you guys can't see that. Hang on one second. Hang on one second, guys. Hang on. Let's not forget what happened on this support resistance flippity flip-flop. Like literally to the dang dollar. January 24, we bounced August 24. March 24, April 25, right? So, and I mean, honestly, on the way down, we didn't quite hit it, but we came pretty dang close to this support resistance flippity flip-flop, right? Support, and then we come up into this box, boom, we drop. So this could be a top, guys. Look. I'm not saying it is, but let's jump into the chart. The first thing that becomes quite obvious as we look at this here, the first thing that becomes quite obvious is this diagonal trend line. Guys, the bear market resistance, make sure to smash up the likes. All right, make sure to smash up the likes. The bear market resistance, we are breaking out. Not only are we breaking out, but if we take it off log, it looks pretty ugly, but we technically got a breakout and a back test here. I mean, it looks ugly as all get out, honestly, but if we put it back on log, it's a pretty clean looking break of this trend line. So the question is, what happens next? Well, I'm gonna clear off everything, and there's just one simple line I'm gonna draw on the chart, guys, which is this. All right, where we're currently at right now, we'll make it a little bit higher, and we'll go to the weekly time frame. All right, this is going to be around this zone, guys. If we can reclaim this box, and the reason why this box is because this is where the volume is from the range that we had March, April 2025. This is really the support resistance flip from December, November 25. Then I'd say, why not get a move up to the Fibonacci golden pocket? All right, why not? If we're gonna come back, because again, we have to realize that we're taking it level to level, right? And so right now, where are the two major levels? The two major levels are right around, let's call it 82K, like on average, all right, and 100K on average. These are the two major levels. When we're looking at price action as floors of a house, right? Our ceiling back in the end of 2024 got flipped into the floor in the summer and fall of 2025, all right? Then we lost the floor and we came down to the bottom of the basement floor, right? We got a little bit of a bounce from the basement floor, right? This is now our resistance, because what used to be the floor is now the ceiling, right? You come from the basement into the lower basement, and now this is the ceiling of the lower basement. So if we can get above here, then we come up back to the ceiling, which is around $100,000, right? We are now going to be trading within this range again. right? It's very possible for that to happen. Now, if we reject from here, then we could see some downside. So we know that we are at very important resistance, and although we recognize that there is a very bullish potential here, we also need to recognize that we are at a resistance. All right, and this is not the best place to long Bitcoin. What was a good place to long Bitcoin? Well, the last great place we had to long Bitcoin was on Wednesday, when we got the back test of $75,000. That's why you got to subscribe to Jason Casper's YouTube channel, because I put $500,000 on Bitcoin live from literally the exact bottom. All right, 74,976 and 40 cents. 74,976. All right. And on that day, on that Wednesday, where did we come down to on Bybit? Where was that? Right here. All right. So yeah, literally we literally longed the exact bottom live, guys. So that was a good place to long. Right now we're coming back to the resistance. Not the best place. Could it work out? It could. But it's not the best place to long. You want to be long in the dips. Now, all right. Also, we got to shout out the Casper crew, because we are in juicy long trades from the lows of this, right? From 65K, giving the setups in advance, giving the trades in the moment, all right, at jasoncaspertrading.com. All right. We've literally been crushing this whole range here. Crushing, destroying since March in the Casper crew. We have shorted and longed and shorted and longed and shorted and longed every major move in this range, and now we are long from the low. All right. So as we look at the chart, weekly time frame, we have curved from the money flow purple into the blue. Historically, this means that the bottom is in. All right, last time we had the money flow go from the purple into the blue, it did mean that the bottom was in. All right, happened right over here. The bottom was in. All right, the time before that, what happened? Let's take a look. We got to go back in history, right? We curved from the purple into the blue, and the bottom was in. Now, here's the thing. In 2019, we curved from the purple into the blue. Watch very carefully. We curved from the purple into the blue, right around here. Then guess what happened? We come up to the Fibonacci macro golden pocket, and we reject. How much of a rejection? 70%. Oh my goodness, right? Very bullish. We have a big bottom on the weekly. Money flow curved back into the blue. We have a big move. We're changing market structure, confirming that the bottom's in. Bottom is in. Bottom is for sure in. Right? We go back in time. If someone were to say, back here, was the bottom in? And I say, yeah, the bottom's in. Right? People might misunderstand that and say, time to 100x long, right? Well, guess what? 70% correction over the next few months. All right, let's take a look at the time before that, all right? Money flow from the purple into the blue. Guess what? This time, we just went straight up. We just went straight up, all right? Now, what does this tell us? It means even if we're seeing massive bottom signals, there is room on high time frames for massive amounts of volatility. All right, we even look at like our 3-week chart, for example, which I think is or let's go to our 2-week chart, right? You get the big bottom confirmed on the 2-week. You go back last time, after that dot confirms, we do end up with a drop of about 38%. All right. We go back to we looked at the 70% drop, and then we go back to 2014, 2015. We confirm a green dot, big oversold on the 2-week, and we end up also with a 40% drop. So again, there is lots of room for volatility here, even though we have macro bottom signals. All right. I mean, a great example of that is this. We confirm a 2-week bearish divergence. All right, we confirm a bearish divergence on the 2-week, and then guess what? 70% pump to the upside. 70% pump to the upside, right? On the contrary, we confirmed the dot down here, 40% drop, right? There is room for volatility on the high time frames. So if you're on spot, it's all good in the hood, but if you're trying to get into leverage trades, be careful, because all it takes is some short-term volatility to liquidate you, and then you're wrecked. But if we reclaim this level at 81, let's call it 82, I don't see why we can't come to the macro golden pocket, which Bitcoin loves to do. In fact, every bear market, we come up to the golden pocket and get a little bit of a rejection. I mean, look at this, right? The macro golden pocket in 2019, rejection, right? the golden pocket right here in January 2024. Right here, rejection. I remember it like it was yesterday. We shorted that in a dang Casper crew. Made like 10 grand on that trade. You know? I'll never forget. Rejection. Now this time it wasn't 70%. This time it was only 21%. So I am watching this level here to see what is going to happen. But right now, Bitcoin is trying to get the pump. We are trying to get the pump right now, guys. We are trying to get the pump right now. Oh man, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the pump. Let's see if we can't make a new high. All right, let's see. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, bitty. Itty bitty Bitcoin, come on. This is a nice candle. Now, oh wait, I forgot to mention. Look, if we do reject from here too, guys, 2-day time frame with a potential bearish divergence of money flow and momentum. Daily time frame, bearish divergence, potential money flow and momentum. 12-hour time frame, bearish divergence, potential 4-hour time frame, potential bearish divergence, money flow and momentum. There are bearish divergences here on high time frames that if we don't break out of this line I've drawn on the chart, we could see some serious downside. All right, Bybit just took the high, everybody. We just took the high again on Bybit, I think. Yes, Bybit just took the high again. Our Antarctic did not take the high. All right, but I feel a launch getting ready to happen. New York is back from launch, and a launch is getting ready to happen. Wow, oh my. Look at this, oh my, oh wow. Bullish CBD, all in this zone. You know, we had this little move down. Today, we had some bullish CBD here, and now we're starting to get another pump. Looks like the bulls are in control of this. Look at this. You know, lots of longs opening up here. Bullish CBD. It is looking pump city, baby. Oh man, it is looking so dang pump right now. It is looking so dang pump right now. Oh my. Oh, let's go, baby. All right. Now look, let me show the short trade too, because look, I'm still in the dang short. It's in the red. Let's see. It's in the red. But look, I had to take it, guys, because again, I'm just looking at this as capital protection. All right, you come to a dang support resistance flip as obvious as this one here. As obvious as this one, right? That you have to just take it to protect your long trades. When you're up 68 plus 8, I don't even know what that is. I don't even know that, $76,000. When you're up 76K, all right, unrealized profit, you've got to be taking some dang. Here we go. We're getting a massive move. We're getting a massive move right now. All right, hang on. Getting a massive move right now. You've got to be hedging yourself. All right, hedge yourself. Don't wedge yourself. Don't tread yourself. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Shout out to Divine Hood. Shout out to Crypto Crank in the dang chat. What's going on, Crypto Crank? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, Divine Hood. Guys, make sure to subscribe to Divine Hood. Make sure to subscribe to Crypto Crank. Big shout out to Tanks 9599. He says, hey, yo, when I cope, Jay, you're my only hope. I don't smoke dope, but your sunshine while I'm held on a rope. Thank you. Thank you for the bars. Yeah, here we go, baby. All right, let's see. Are we going to break out? Come on. What is a ball sack pattern that everyone keeps talking about? And who coined this ball sack pattern? What is a ball sack pattern? What does that look like? What the heck is a ball sack pattern, guys? I honestly don't know. I'm going to have to Google it, and I'm scared. I'm scared to Google it. All right, ball sack pattern trading. All right, I guess. All right, mature content. All right, I don't know. I don't know what a ball sack pattern is, but okay. Maybe this is it here. This one here. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I'm uneducated. All right, but we are. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Another rejection? Nah, we're pumping, baby. You know what? This whole uptrend obviously has been one giant tease since 75K. You know, the pattern here is a slow, painful pump. We're gonna have some. I feel that we're gonna have a big, fast blow off top that is eventually gonna give us a big pullback here, but I still don't feel like this is the top. All right, but it could be. We've taken that high. Oh my goodness. Let's go down to local market Cipher. All right, let's go down to the 12-minute. Yeah, I mean, I could see. It's tough. It's tough to say. It really is tough to say right now, guys. We might just range here more, but I hope we don't. Man, I hope that we don't, guys. It smells like onions. It smells like onions outside right now. I'm all done, brother. 125K in the last 2 weeks. I'm here just cheerleading. Yeah, I feel you on that, crypto crank. Sometimes after you make a lot of money trading, you need to just enjoy that feeling and don't mess it up. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy that feeling, bro. You deserve a break, my man. You deserve a break. You deserve to relax and just chill, bro. Honestly. So congratulations, my man. Weekly money flow confirmed in the green. Yes, for sure. All right. It's the Zoomer's way of saying a W pattern. Okay. Yeah, so let's talk about some potential resistance. All right, let's talk about some potential resistance and some potential scenarios that could or may play out here, okay? Let's talk about some potential resistances that may play out. Now, first of all, I do want to acknowledge that this is a very difficult. If we're looking for shorts here, honestly, it's going to be difficult, and I'll tell you why. It starts with the fact that, I mean, we are coming to, I'd say this is like where we're currently at right now, the support resistance flip, is the last like key level that we have. We can say this is a specific level. After that, guys, we just have a zone of random levels. For example, we have the previous value area low at around 86.4, all right? In addition to that, we have the macro value area low. That's gonna be coming in just above us at 81.6, all right? So we have this, I mean, I consider that where we're at right now, 81.6, excuse me. I consider that this currently our current resistance, but if we break above that, we've got the value area low. We've got the Fibonacci golden pocket from the high to the low coming in at like 84,000, right? There's just so many, there's not like that one area where we can say this is it, right? We got the value area low. We got the golden pocket. We got the value area low. We got the POC. We got the 786, right? Then we got ourselves the next value area. And so what that does is this gives us an extreme zone of literally, you know, 13%. This is not the kind of trade you can just, you know, come in and snipe an entry when you have such a big zone. One of two things is going to happen. Either you have to go in with a really small position size, or you're going to have to try and catch the knife at every level. And of course, I will probably do the latter. I'll probably try and catch the knife at every dang level, all right? But the next area I'm interested in actually is going to be around 81.5. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set an alert here that says full port 150x leverage, all accounts, all money, sell house to short. All right, so yeah, full port 100x leverage, all accounts, all money, sell house to short. That will be my next and possibly last trade ever, if it goes not my way. If it goes my way, I'm gonna have to pull a crypto crank and just take some time off, you know? Dang it, Bitcoin. A simple CDW. A simple CDW. My goodness. Well, Again, like I said, ladies and gents, there's a reason why. There's a reason why 80,500 is such a key level. And there's a reason why I had a limit order set here. And I took this limit order because, again, there is a chance that Bitcoin simply does reject from the most obvious support resistance flip in the world. All right, there is a chance of that. I hope it doesn't happen. All right, but there is a chance of that. All right, we are up right now $600,000 long, about $300,000 short. All right, I got 450K on this long trade here. I'm up $66,000. I'm in another $200,000 long, up about 8K. All right, now I'm in a $300,000 short that I limited in. It's a limit order. All right, a limit order. Let's see here. Yeah, limit order. Look, limit order. Right there. And again, the reason why I took that limit order, guys, is because it's such a key level that, again, when you're up tens of thousands of dollars long and you come to such a level as this, it's riskier to not hedge yourself, right? It's like if you're wrong, you're wrong, and you get out with a $1,500 loss. But if for some reason you're right, it protects that capital, that capital, right? What was the name of the book that what was the communist guy named Marx? Didn't he write a book called El Capital or something? I don't even remember his name. Karl Marx? Karl Marx from the moon? Yeah, El Capital. Something like that. Good old Karl Marx, you know? What a cool guy, you know? Man, oh man. Guys, make sure to smash up the likes as the Bitcoin price is in insane pump city mode. And we are in a $600,000 long trade, up right now around $76,000 unrealized. I should take profit, but I'm not because I'm greedy. I want more, baby. I want more. I want more. I want more. I want more. Oh man, big shout out to Lee Kuang. He says 7807. What's the egg code? I got to do it. You think he was evil to the bone? I mean, just because he was a lazy drunk who couldn't do anything, was responsible for millions of people dying, and had a economic ideology that led to the poverty of many people. I don't know, what makes him such a bad guy, right? I mean, after all, wouldn't it be great if we all had everything in common? You know? Let's see. 85.6, I'm calling it now. I'm a market maker, says Bart Zett, and I will go all the way down to your entry, okay? Okay. Okay, fair enough, my friend. The market makers are coming down to your boy's entry, all right? What do I think about money flow on market Cipher? I think it's bullish on the high time frames, potentially bearish on the low, all right? And we are at a very important support resistance flip right now, guys. All right, a very, very important support resistance flip. And if we break this, you can rest assured, I'm going to add a little bit to this long trade. Probably get it from the $75,000 region. It would be great to have $1 million position here. You know, that would be epic. $1 million position. No pump song, no breakout. All right, we might have to do it. Trust we're going a little higher. I feel that. I feel that. One like for Bitcoin dump. Shout out to Blockchain Cowboy. What's going on, Blockchain Cowboy? Good to see you, man. God bless you. Shout out to Crypto Crank. Shout out to my man Jose. He says energy crisis incoming, Trump imploding, Dubai being attacked, new Fed chair, new all-time high debt, OMG, LMAO. Yeah, I appreciate all the sensationalism. He says Karl Marx was Satanist. Read letters from his son. Shout out to Gerby Q. He says, Dear Lord, please have mercy on us all. Seriously. CME just took the high. Bybit took the high as well. Call me crazy. Me don't think we're going to break it on the first try. I mean, it might take some time here. You know, it might take some time. We didn't even fill the CME gap at 81.2. Yeah, I think, you know, my next target, if this doesn't give us a rejection, my next actual target is going to be the value area low back test on Bybit. So, you know, let's take a little look here what we've got. All right, let's pop it on over. Yeah, so we've got the green box here, as you can see, but the top of the green box is right here at around 81,621. And so that would be the next place I would look there. Let's check out Market Cipher. How's she looking? Yeah, I mean, another pump up could give us another scalp. I mean, honestly, man, 80.6 did give us a really nice scalp. And I like I said, I could have taken profit. I shorted this. I held all the way down. I was up like 7K. Now I'm holding it back to zero. But again, it's part of my trading plan. I'm not upset about this. I am longing with hedging along the way to protect my capital. All right. So major shout out. He says, good British accent. Really? You think so? Because honestly, I feel like it's pretty bad, honestly. Right, mate? It's pretty bad. It's a combination of from the UK and Australia, mate. Last pump before we dump hard. Bears are still salty after getting spanked. Shout out to Miguel Santos. Shout out to S. Walker. Shout out to the muscles. Shout out to the muscles, guys. You know, praise God for muscles. Where would we be if we didn't have muscles? Can you imagine if we had no muscles and we were just bones and skin? We wouldn't be able to move. We would not be able to move at all. Can you imagine not being able to move? Some people have that experience. Praise God for everything you have. If you can walk, man, praise the Lord for that. Praise the Lord for that. Come on, baby. All right, let's... Yeah, I guess you guys can hear everything in the background. You guys can hear the tractor. You guys can hear probably the treadmill, because my noise gate doesn't work. If I try and use my noise gate, guess what happens? I'll show you. There's a glitch here.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jason Casper. I'm here to tell you to click the link in the description of the video to sign up for all my cool things. Use my affiliate link to pay for my bills. Please click in the description of the video. Click all the links, please. Give me your money right now. Is a public service announcement from your good friend Jason Casper. Uncle Jay, as they call me. Your uncle. What could go wrong? I'm your uncle, right? Hello, Jason Casper. Coming in today to give you guys a very important Bitcoin announcement.
There's an issue, you know. There's an issue. There's an issue with that. It's so strange. Isn't that strange? Pumperoni and cheese with an extra slice of guac in celebration of Cinco de Mayo. Tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo. Isn't that the day when Mexico beat the French people? Right? Cinco de Mayo. Man, I do have to say, I do thoroughly enjoy tacos and guacamole and enchiladas. Is that even Mexican food? I don't know. But that is some good stuff. Big shout out to Follow Baba, who says, if I didn't have muscles, I'd just get me a muscle mommy and drink Tren infused milk from the bosom. At Jason Casper. Sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a good idea. What is my TP target? Well, honestly, I don't know. This trade, I'm thinking to TP around 81, take some more P here, and just see what the market can give me on this one. The other swing trade, I want to close it for a $100,000 profit. All right, I want to close it for a $100,000 profit. A $100,000 profit. You're from Mexico? Is that real Mexican food? Or no, let me know. I've only been to Mexico once. And I've never been to the UK, Felix H. I don't think I ever will either. 1 hour uneven butt cheeks about to print. Let's check it out. This just in, everybody. This just in.
Oh, I can use this just in. 1 hour uneven butt cheeks about to print on market Cipher B. Just in, breaking news. 1 hour uneven butt cheeks about to print on market Cipher B. Let's take a look over here. Oh my goodness. Would you look at the butt cheeks? Let's inspect. We got the left butt cheek right here. Nice and big and juicy, confirmed red dot. We've got the butt crack as we're leading up to the right butt cheek. About to confirm him on the 1 hour. We take out the measuring tool from crack to crack. About 14 hours of butt crack. We take a look at the confluence. Oh my goodness, it looks beautiful. We take the screenshot of the cheeks upside down. We put it back on the chart. We stretch the cheeks a little bit. Give my ground stretch. 1, 2, 3. Yes, feel the stretch, baby. It could happen. It may happen. Cry. Okay. Okay.
It may happen, it may happen. But it might not happen, okay? In fact, there is some room for the upside here on the 1 hour. What concerns me a little bit more is the 24 minute, right? 24 minute, about to confirm in 11 minutes. But I personally do think we pump. We take a look back at the order flow. It's looking like a healthy move. Bullish CVD, increase of open interest. Things are looking tight. All right, things are looking tight here. Like we're about to squeeze the juice. You know, we're about to squeeze the juice. You know what? It's not a voice changer, Bitcoin Slut One. It's a glitch. It's a glitch with my noise gate. I'm not sure how to fix that. I'm just not sure how to fix that. Let's see if I can try to fix it. I don't know how to fix it right now. You know. Oh, maybe this will fix it. Guys, let me know if this fixes it, all right? Check 2. Check 1, check 2. Is Jason Casper's audio fixed? Or do we still sound like an auctioneer from the 1920s? And we got $80,300 Bitcoin. Do I hear $81,000 Bitcoin? We got $81,000 Bitcoin. 81 going once, going twice, $82,000 Bitcoin. We're going to have to check it on our own screen here, on our own phone. Let's see what's going to happen over here. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah. Okay. Here. Hello, 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 hello. It's a little bit better. Right? Yeah, it's good. It's good. So let's try this here. It's a little bit better. Yeah. So I think I found the problem. I think this
is it. I think that this is it. Hello, everybody. How are you? Let me know if this sounds crazy. Does it sound crazy again? If it does, I found the issue. I found the issue.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah. Again, guys, this is a very key level. I mean, we've had this level on our chart, this key level. We've had this on our chart for a long time. So let's see what happens as we approach the level. Which prop firm do I recommend to trade on? Well, I got to recommend client funding and bit funded. All right. I got to recommend client funding and bit funded. All right. These two crypto prop firms that I'm officially partnered with. All right. So, all right. We are starting to get a bit of a drop. Oh, man, I wish we were getting a bit of a pump. Wish we were getting a bit of a pump here. Let's pop on over to this right over here. Keep our eyes on these big swing trades. Keep our eyes on these big swing trades. Let's keep our eyes on these big swing trades. We have the 24-minute red dot coming in market Cipher B, coming in hot. It might take us a little bit longer here. I think about breakout funding. I think it's good. I do think it's good too. Breakout is good. All right, it's owned by Kraken. You know, always cracking jokes. Always cracking jokes. You hope it dumps to 50K? You hope it dumps to 50K? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So just quickly here, I have to say, guys, I still expect us to come up higher. I don't expect this to turn into anything too crazy. Worst case scenario right now, I would say that the absolute worst case scenario, I can't say the absolute worst case scenario, but a likely scenario, if we're going to continue to chop here, is to come down and take all these lows and then get a move back up and giving us a nice bullish divergence here. If this happens, we might be able to hop into a freshie. All right, because we do have some bearish divergence here, just like we had up here. We could see a bit more downside in the next coming few hours here, especially if that 1 hour does confirm. But I would assume we just come down to the bottom of this range, take these lows, and get a bounce. All right. All right, that is something that could happen here. All right. That Bybit wick was pretty uncanny, honestly. It was pretty uncanny. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty uncanny. It was pretty uncanny. What's my client funding discount code is Jason15. It's all in the description of the video, guys. So everything that I am affiliated with is all in the description of the video. So that includes ANTARCTIC, KCEX, BLOFIN, UBIT, client, and bit funded. All right. So it's interesting now. Most people say in the poll that we are not going to get a real breakout here. So that's quite interesting. I think this is a likely scenario, right? I think this is a likely scenario that I've got pulled up on the screen here. Something like this could very well happen because we've got this upside down uneven butt cheek pattern here on the 1 hour. Yeah, that was a crazy wick we had on Bybit as well. Let's take a look at the Bybit wick here. Guys, do you see this? This happened on the 1 minute chart. In 1 minute, we dropped. Let's go to the 1 minute chart. Wow. Look at this wick. Oh my goodness. Let's turn our purple wicks a different color so we can see this better. Look at this wick, that green line, guys. You see that here? That is insane. In 1 minute, we opened and we dropped 4.9%. In fact, it's even happened on the 5-second chart. I don't think we can see it because there's not enough time here. Let's see if we can see it. Oh my god. Guys, look at this. It's very rare that Bybit gets a scam wick like this. Guys, in 5 seconds, we dropped 5%. That's insane. So is this wick going to fill? I don't know. I don't know because I haven't seen this very often. It only happened on the Bybit inverse perpetual. I don't know if it actually happened on the exchange or if it just happened on the chart. I have mixed reviews and I haven't logged into Bybit to find out. Can anyone tell me? Actually, maybe I can go to Bybit. Maybe I don't have to log in real quick. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have to log in. Let's see if the wick actually had. Yeah, it happened, guys. It's real. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, so is this wick going to fill? I don't know, but what's interesting about the wick is where did we wick down to? None other than the dang. Let's go to the 4 hour. I'm pretty sure we wicked down to the golden pocket from the. Yeah, look at that. I mean, we wicked down to the dang golden pocket from the lows that we had at 73.6. So, you know, interestingly enough, this actually is a key support if we come down to around $76,000. That this is a key support around 76K. Maybe this is a preview of what's going to happen, you know. That's a preview of what's going to happen, but, you know, we were looking at this. We were looking at this on the index here. Potentially coming down to 77.7. If we go ahead and pull the fib from our low to high now, that's going to be right around the golden pocket down there. But 76K, that's going to be the 786. And if we're looking at our sideways range as this right here, right? Then, yeah, I mean, that potentially is going to take us right down, could take us right down to the bottom of this channel. And maybe that wick is a preview. You know, additionally, we go to the daily time frame. We do have a daily order block right around 75.8. So, you know, maybe. I don't know. That would be pretty wild. But nonetheless, I think it's pretty clear, even on the daily time frame, that this is now being respected as a channel. All right? This is being respected now as a channel. In fact, we could pull this as a parallel channel. We don't even need to draw it with the brush tool like that. Look at this. You know, the parallel channel. We just connect these 3 highs here, and we connect these lows. It's being respected pretty well right now. 1, 2, 3 taps to the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4 taps to the high. Depending on how you want to pull this here. You know. What's up, y'all? We got a super chat in the house. Let me pull off this weighted vest real quick. Man, I have to say, that weighted vest is heavy. It's not really that heavy, but I'm tired. I had leg day yesterday. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it today. Leg day yesterday, feeling it today. Can you check Rave? You're a beast. God bless you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, let's check Rave. Well, but man, I wish Bitcoin would get a move. We haven't any big moves lately here. Yeah, let's check Rave. Wow. Look at Rave on the daily. Big rug pull. But we're at support resistance flip here. Oh my goodness, Rave. I have nothing to say about Rave except here's the thing. We're bouncing from the 786 fib. This is I don't know. This is not anything I would ever trade in a million years, okay? But it's a support resistance flip. If you want to take a really dangerous gamble, you know, at least you know where you're wrong, which is if we lose the support resistance flip, right? This is obviously like a rug pull coin. As a rug pull coin, where could we look to short? I don't even know anymore. I don't know. This is a rug pull, so like this is support resistance flip. We're down, what are we down? 100%. Basically, we're down 98%. So, you know, I don't know. It's not something I would buy. It's not something I would long. This is not something I can take seriously simply because you can't really do any real TA on something like this, right? So if you want to gamble with it, I mean, there you go. All right. There you go. But thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Oh man, Bitcoin taking a tumble. Bitcoin taking a tumble. My age is catching up with me. Oh, because of being tired on leg day. Look, my leg day, I go hard on leg day. I train legs twice a week. I'm also been losing weight, so I'm in a caloric deficit. And I've been hitting PRs in the gym on my leg days. So I'm hitting PRs with, I know it doesn't sound very cool, but Smith machine, Bulgarian split squats, probably one of the most brutal leg exercises you can do. They're amazing because they allow you to push really hard, really, really hard without any risk. I mean, there's always a risk of injury, please don't get me wrong. But, you know, because you're in a Smith machine, you don't have to worry about your back going out first. You know, it's really just all in the leg, right? You push that thing until failure. And it takes a lot out of you, right? I'm doing like 3 heavy sets of that, right? Plus I'm doing Romanian deadlifts. Plus I'm doing a set of leg presses until failure. Plus I'm doing hip thrusts. And I'll tell you, people laugh at hip thrusts, but I mean, working those glutes is the biggest muscle on your body. You push your glutes till failure, you're gonna feel that the next day. I'm telling you. You're gonna feel that the next day. But look, I am old, all right? I'll acknowledge it. I'm old. I'm closer to 40 than I am to 30 right now. I'm closer to 40 than I am to 30. So my age might be catching up. My age might be catching up. Gold hit a new weekly low today. Look at this. Look at gold, guys. Gold hitting a new weekly low. Stretch it on out here. Hip thrusts are brutal. They are brutal, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Shout out to Preparing for War. God bless you, bro. How are the workouts going, Preparing for War? How are the workouts going, man? Yeah, what's the egg code for today? Let's get ourselves an egg code for today. Let's see, how do I make an egg code? Hang on. I should know how to do this. All right, guys, the egg code for today is this. I'll pop it in the chat. All right, just pop it in the chat here. This is it. What is this going on? Wait, what? This is strange. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what I just did here. You squat all the time? I don't know. All right, you're 46 and you squat all the time. Well, here's the thing. I'm 6'3", bro. I'm really tall. I'm very, very tall. And for me, the barbell back squat, although I thoroughly love her, she is a her, by the way. She's a dangerous woman. I can easily run myself into the ground squatting often. All right, so if you can do it and you're 46, God bless you, man. But I cannot. I cannot. As much as I love to squat, love squatting. But yeah, it's just a little bit too much for me in my old age, guys. Is there any way I'll give away free memberships in the Casper crew? Yeah, we give away free memberships all the time. Every single month, we're giving away free memberships in the Casper crew. So join the free Discord and maybe you'll win. We're always giving away free memberships, you know? Yeah, squatters' rights. There you go. Man, some boring action. What the heck, Bitcoin? We need some sensationalism here, baby. What is going on? What is going on? Big shout out to Alex O. What's going on, bro? Are you bullish? You bearish? Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. Should I stay bullish, Alex? Because I'm bullish right now, but I need advice from a real trader. What about false move Monday? Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, I thought we were gonna break out just now, but you know, wouldn't it all surprise me if we don't just do this? Take the lows from the weekend, maybe come down to 777 and then get a move up. That would give us a really nice inverted head and shoulders here, right? Or maybe come down to the bottom of the channel first. But yeah, those would be some targets to the downside that I have. If this is really going to give us a move to the downside, we do have some 24-minute bearish divergence. You know. $80 to $84, yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping to hold these longs for longer. You know, keep the longs long and the shorts short. You know what I'm saying? Someone says you're always bearish. PathMy75 says Alexo is always bearish. Is that true, Alexo? Are you always bearish? Boyan said this is a nice SFP. All right, let's see what Boyan says here. Boyan says that's a nice SFP. He's looking for a short. All right, he's looking for a short. All right. Well, Boyan's looking for a short. I mean, I'm in one. Let's see. It's gonna be a difficult entry here. How's the hair today, guys? Let me know. Let's take a poll, actually. How's the hair? We need a new poll in here. All right. How is the hair? Well, in this poll, take a new one. How's the hair? How's the hair? Good, bad, or Chad? Good, bad, or Chad? Alex O says 12 out of 10. They like to be called littles, not shorts. Littles and not shorts. Okay. Cool. You guys think the hair is good? I think it looks good too. I think that looks great. What is the egg code? Number 1. The egg code is 1. All right. Let's pop the egg code into the chat there. 1. The egg code is 1. All right. What level do we short if we dump from here? Well, if we dump from here, then this is the level to short. All right. If we dump from here, then you should have shorted right now. All right. If we dump from here, then you should have shorted right now. How much is VIP? VIP is, let me do a calculation for you. Let's see here. $2.16 a day. This much a day. $2.16. All right. $65 a month. You don't have hair? My son saw my last hair at 28. Wow, really? I know, right, Memory Man? We finally got 80K. Big shout out to Memory Man in the chat. God bless you, man. Good to see you here, bro. My barber hates me. I'm my own barber. I cut my own hair. I cut my own hair. So, yeah. I don't hate myself. But I do have to admit I'm not the best barber in the world. Big shout out. Let's say Rave keeps going. What real target? All right. Thank you for the super chat. Let's take a look at Rave. My screen is not frozen. Is your guys' screen frozen? All right. Let's check out Rave for the super chat. I don't know why everyone's obsessed with Rave. But for your sake, we will check out Rave. Again. If we keep pumping, what is my actual target? I mean, I would have to say the golden pocket, man. $1.14-ish. Hang on. No. $6.42. That's the golden pocket. No, at least maybe to $2.50. Like, the way I would have to look at this is falling wedge. You know, something dumb like this. And we just squeeze this, come back up. Say $2.20 is a conservative target. That's like 200%. And then I would say, you know, a moon bag hold to the actual golden pocket. $10 is also a support resistance flip. I don't know. It's literally impossible, guys, to know. Like, there's not a coin you can do TA on. Like, that's the thing. Like, if this was a normal coin, then yeah, the golden pocket, right? If this was a normal coin, then we could say coming up toward here, you know. But it's not normal. But yeah, we could see a big squeeze. It's down 98%. So again, it's not a bad buy for anything down 98%. You just have to understand that it's a gamble, but it's a good risk to reward gamble, meaning it probably won't play out, but if it does, it's a good risk to reward, right? It's like if you found a $100 bill on the floor, right? It's a free $100. If you lose it, doesn't matter. But let's say you take the $100, you put it on a long trade, and it just happens to do a 200% or more. Well, great. You know, you have to look at it in that way. I hope no one's risking any real capital that they need on Rave coin. All right. Skip the haircut and buy VIP. Yeah, skip coffee and buy VIP. Why are we not falling? The reason we're not falling is because Bitcoin is still bullish, guys. Bitcoin's still bullish. It's not going to be an easy top here. All right, it's not. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. There's a lot of different resistances we can come to. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. We had many opportunities, guys, to drop. I mean, look at this. Look at this. You know, this short here, the one we took live in the Casper Crew VIP Discord from 79. This was the opportunity. I mean, that was a real opportunity to reject. Guess what? We didn't reject. Look at this. This was an opportunity to reject multiple times. We didn't do it. We had so many times where we should have and could have rejected. I mean, even over here, you know, but every time we held support. Now we have this slow grinding move to the upside, and there's no clear resistance. We're entering into a zone of resistance. We don't have super clear top signals. We have super bullish high time frame signals. We're dealing with big zones. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be that easy. But also, here's another thing to keep in mind. It takes time. Look what happened yesterday when we hit the key level. How long did it take before we got a real drop? It took about 5.5 hours before we actually saw a real drop. So if the same thing happens now, we are going to be looking at, let's say 5.5 hours. It's going to put us at about 12 o'clock. 1912, right? Which is really 7 o'clock p.m. right around daily open, which actually makes a lot of sense, right? So don't expect to drop right now. Iran, USA war started. Hasn't that war been going on for like 20 years already? Did you really lose 10 billion in Rave coin? I don't think that's true, but it might take out the Asia and London low. Yeah, that's kind of what yeah. So I am looking at something like this potentially happening here, of us coming down to take these lows here for sure, right? And then get a bounce, or because this is a giant parallel channel, right? Or we come all the way down to the parallel channel at like 76K, right? 76K. Is my hairdresser the local sheep shearer? No. No, we don't have sheeps on this homestead. This is a sheep-free homestead, all right? I know they start the war and stop it every 5 seconds. You know, the whole thing is like, what the heck? You know, who knows? Who knows what's going on? Barber Trader Joe can teach me how to cut my hair, not the retail way, but the market maker way. I would like that, man. You know, I would like to be a better hairdresser. Really, it's a London bank holiday. That's interesting. Luna Classic Redemption. Yeah, goats are good. Benny Blanco from the Bronx. Benny Blanco from the Bronx. Am I holding any Luna Classic? No, I'm not. But I'll never forget the day that Luna went to zero. It was I was on the beach when that happened. I was drinking a Zevia cherry cola. It was great. It was great. Not as great as today. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping. It's a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. I mean, honestly, look at that beautiful mountain view, plus the garbage cans. I mean, that's amazing. It's just so beautiful. I love it out here, guys. I love it out here. I do. All right. What a quick bush pee. Well, you know, I have a condition called microbladder. I have a condition called microbladder, all right? My bladder is very small, the size of a baby's. So I drink gallons of water a day. The bladder fills up and I have to pee. And, you know, because it's such a small bladder, it's a sad story, but the bladder doesn't line up with the rest of the piping in there. So it drips out very slowly, but it doesn't take long. Can I pee in the bushes? Yeah, I can do whatever I want. You know, that's what's cool about living out in the middle of nowhere. You can do whatever you want. You could go outside naked. You could go outside not naked. You can do whatever you want, you know? All right, here we go, baby. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a drop. We're up $1,400. Let's see if we don't get more of a drop here. Oh, man. Can you imagine if this was really the high? I would be so upset if this really was the high, guys. I would be so upset. I would be so upset. I don't want this to be the high. I want to make $100,000 on this long trade. I do not want this to be the high. I cannot even begin to explain how much I do not want this to be the high. Did I mention I don't want this to be the high? What's my opinion on the altcoins? My opinion on altcoins is that I still am holding all my altcoins, all right, from 2022, and I have not bought any more. I'm hoping and expecting that eventually they do hit new highs. We got to give a major shout out to Crypto Lifer, aka Sam Price, in the chat with the $20 super chat. He said, "Do I have a small PP too?" I have a little PP. I have a little PP. You know, I bought a lot of PP coin back in the day, and I still have a little. I have a little PP. All right, let's check out PP coin right here. Pepe USDT here. PP coin. Yeah, I got a little bit. I got a little bit of this. Yeah, so I do have a little PP Crypto Lifer. Yeah, I bought some all the way back here in the December 2023, right? When we were forming this invert head and shoulders. I bought right around here, held in the red for a little, and of course I had to sell some after that big move. You can't not sell, you know. So I sold a lot, but I still have a little PP left, a little PP coin left. I don't know if it'll ever come back. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But yeah. Big shout out to Crypto Lifer, guys. Make sure to go subscribe if you're not subscribed to Crypto Lifer. All right. We're at a kitty pre. We're at a pretty key. Big shout out to CJ Nis 8187. We are at a pretty key support resistance flip. Could be the top. I know, that's why I'm in this short trade right now. And guys, I limited into this short order. Straight up limited into this trade here. I mean, I don't take very many trades on this account. You can see my order history. I've only got this one. All right. From 80,435, I took this limit short order because we're at a pretty key level. And in, like I said at the beginning of the stream, in the event that we do reject from this very obvious support resistance flip, very obvious. I mean, I'll go through it again. All right. This very obvious support resistance flip here. All right, let's check it out. Look at this. All right. I mean, do you guys see how key this is? It's literally the support resistance flip from November. And you go back in time and you realize that these support resistance flips are paramount. Paramount. I like to just say the word paramount, right? I don't really know what it means, but I'll keep using it. But these support resistance flips, they are paramount, guys. All right, check it out. All right, check it out. Go to Bitcoin and take a look here at these support resistance flips, right? We got this here. This level was literally the support resistance flip back from here. All right, and look at this. Support resistance flip from right here. Right, look, we formed the level and we bounce, right? It goes back even farther than that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Like, I mean, literally it was support here, then resistance, breakout, and then it was our support twice, right? Then we have it happen over here. We have it happen over here. And, it's not as, yeah, look at this, right? Look at this. Is this not crazy? Look at what happened here, guys. You see this? Look at this. It was support right here, then resistance. So right now we are coming to this guy right here. This could be it. This could be it right here. I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no, but that could be it. You know what they say, chasing a number will be my downfall. I know, chasing the $100,000 profit could very well be my downfall. You know what? I'm going to blame it on Crypto Crank, man. I'll blame it on Crypto Crank. All right, Crypto Crank. He had his first, what, he make 200K in a day or something? I just want to make 100K in a trade, guys. I've been trying for a long time. All right. I just want to make 100K in a trade. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? Is it too much to ask? 100K in one trade? Man, look at those beautiful garbage cans in the background, guys. Honestly, look at those beautiful garbage cans. I love this mountainous view. I just love the view. I love the mountains. I just love the mountains. They're so beautiful. They're just so beautiful, man. I just love it out here. Love it out here. Shout out to Memory Man. He says, I really doubt it's done yet. But, oh man, there's a big belly, uneven, upside down butt right on the chart, isn't there, Memory Man? Crypto Crank says, I got this. That's all I need. That's all I need. I need hope, feelings, and Crypto Crank in the chat cheering me on. You know, he's taking a break. He's up 125K in the week. He's taking a little break. Look, Jay Casper's trying to be up 125K since we got in at, when did we get in? This is a swing trade from March 27th. So I'm trying to make 100K in a little bit more than a month. Let's see if I can do it, all right? Let's see if I can do it. Big shout out to Dennis Marv. He says, Jason, watching your stream feels like I hung out with a friend. Thanks for info, for knowledge, and for fun. God bless you and your family. Thank you, bro. God bless you and your family, too. And honestly, Dennis Marv, live streaming with you makes me feel like I'm hanging out with a friend as well. So God bless you, man. Dennis Marv. Crypto Crank wants his first $1 million trade. Yeah, I understand that, Crypto Crank. I don't know if I'll ever get to that level. But you know what? My plan this market cycle was to turn 200K into 4 million in one trade, one big swing trade. I don't know if I'll have the opportunity to do that now because I'm not sure if price is going to come down to the level I wanted. You know? Up to Slovenia. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't travel. All right, I'm a homebody. I stay home. I like to stay home. That's what I like. That's what I like, you know? Rave is up 11%. All right, good. What am I going to buy with that 100K? Don't I have enough tractors and chickens? I don't know, Castro. I mean, really, you know, it's only going to be like 60K after taxes, right? So, yeah, I don't know. Things are expensive these days, my man. You know, a new truck costs like 75K right now. Isn't that crazy? A new truck is like 75K. That's pretty crazy. New tractor, a new nice tractor, you know, right around the same price. Right around the same price. So, yeah. Did I buy the house first? Well, this house that I'm at right now, I bought because of Bitcoin in 2018. I bought Bitcoin at 600 bucks, and I bought this house in 2018 after that crazy bull run. Yeah, always Bitcoin came first. Bitcoin has always come first. Yeah, praise the Lord. Yeah, Bitcoin first here. Do I have neighbors? No, I don't have neighbors, guys. I don't have neighbors. I literally am out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know if you can see my neighbors from here. You might be able to see them from here. Let's see. You guys see? I'll show you my neighbors. It's hard. I don't think you can. Oh, yeah. You can't see my mouse. You can't see my cursor. But you can see the house, right? Can you guys see my cursor? If you could see my cursor on the screen, I'm encircling my neighbor's house. That's it, way over there. Those are my neighbors. You know? So yeah, I don't have neighbors, guys. We live out in the middle of nowhere. Ain't got no neighbors. So Mr. Rogers ain't around here. No Mr. Rogers is out here. You know? Ain't got no neighbors. Just got the beautiful mountain views, baby. How fresh are the veggies in the garden? I mean, they're garden fresh. What else can I say? They're garden fresh. Garden Fresh. Buy a new pair of scissors. How's Virginia? West Virginia is absolutely beautiful. West Virginia is one of the most beautiful and cheapest places you could possibly be. West Virginia is like a hidden gem. I mean, if you're not living in total poverty like a lot of people are in West Virginia, it's absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous and everything's really cheap. Everything's super cheap. So, you know. Yes, that's why I feel so comfortable peeing in the backyard. Look, if you can't pee in your own backyard, then you are in a too highly populated area. Honestly, if you can't pee outside in your own front yard and just let it hang out and let it blow in the wind, you're in a too densely populated area. You know what I'm saying? You're in a too densely populated area. You live there in West Virginia? That's what's up, man. West Virginia has a lot of weird stuff, yeah, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful out there in West Virginia. You know? Castro777 can't pee in the yard. I'm sorry to hear that. I am sorry to hear that you can't pee in your own yard. That is a little bit sad. You know? But here's the problem, all right? Here's the real problem. The real problem is that there's cold winters in West Virginia. So that's why I have relocated to Cuba. Memory Man, you don't pee outside anymore, bro? I'm sorry to hear that. It is fun. You can't even in the bathroom and have your neighbors look through the window. Look, I've been in all different situations myself, so, you know. Ew, are you joking? Buy an apartment in New York City? Makes me want to literally, I can't even imagine that. New York City, the most disgusting place in the world. I can't even imagine that. New York, who the heck would want to live? Who would want to live on an island with millions of people, where the only way on and off the island is either a tunnel or a bridge or a boat? If anything were to ever happen to the supply chain, that thing, everyone would be dead very, very quick. There's only enough food to last like 3 days. And then, I mean, you're on city water, even though you got surrounded by polluted water. I mean, can you imagine if anything ever went wrong? The amount of violence and looting and destruction and death and slow, painful illness and all this nonsense. Cities, man, I'm telling you, they're not good. The first person in the Bible to build a city was Cain. The first murderer, the first city builder, and his curse for murdering his brother was that he had to stop being a farmer and go build a city. And all throughout Scripture, cities are just a symbol of evil. Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great. Who would want to live in a city? Dirty. Dirty air. No space. Oh my goodness. Plus you're paying all that money for a dang apartment in New York City? I don't understand it. I don't understand you guys out there in the city. Man. Is New York City the most disgusting city? I don't know. To me it is. To me they're all the same. All right? To me any city is the same. I literally get nervous when I go into cities. When I go into cities, I start to get nervous. All right, my palms get sweaty, my knees get weak, my arms get heavy, you know? There's a comet on my sweater. I have a sweater that has a picture of Haley's comet on it. Shout out to Haley and Mom and Kim. Cities, I feel like they are torture chambers. They could become torture chambers easy. I mean, I don't know. Look, guys, look, I'm a paranoid guy. All right, I just like to be out here where there's nothing. I like to be out here where I can grow my own food if I want and all that stuff. If cities are evil, what happens in the far future if the whole world becomes a city? What kind of a question is that? I mean, yeah, they're going to try and round everybody up and put everybody in a smart city. And they're going to do a lot of things they can to get people out of the country, into cities. The whole world will never be a city. The whole world will never be a city, right? That's impossible. That's impossible. Do you know where food comes from? Food comes from the not city, all right? So when you're in the city, when you're eating all your food from all your restaurants and your grocery stores, all that food comes from the not city. If the whole world was a city, there'd be no food. And don't tell me all this fake factory, fake meat and all this crap, because if that's all there is to eat, you're not going to be living too long, all right? Yeah, 15-minute cities. Yeah, look. I mean, IAS says New York City may be dirty, but it prints the most amount of money. Who cares? Who cares? I'll tell you what prints money. Trading out in the mountains prints money too. But look, this is just my opinion, guys. You know, this is just my opinion. You do what you want to do. I mean, if you love the city, then by all means, you stay in the city. You stay in those dense population zones. Those places where, if, I don't know, a foreign nation that dislikes America, I mean, there's no foreign nation that dislikes America who would want to try to attack us. They definitely would probably try to attack a densely populated zone. Maybe not. Maybe they'd go for like somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Where's all the alleged nuclear weapons in America are somewhere like in the middle of nowhere, right? Like in Missouri or something weird like that. I don't know. Did Palantir really make a deal with the farmers? That's interesting. That is interesting. Mountains are actually melted buildings from Tartaria. Says Flat Smack. Yeah, maybe. Like, who knows? Like, I really don't know. I don't know. Was there a crazy cataclysm that happened like a few hundred years ago? Was there a crazy cataclysm that happened a few hundred years ago? Let me take a poll in the chat. All right. I feel like the people who watch these streams, you guys probably know a lot about alternative history. Let's take a poll in the chat. All right. See. Was there a worldwide cataclysm? I don't even know how to spell cataclysm. A few hundred years ago. Let's see. I'm assuming most people say no. Most people probably even never considered this. Memory Man says yes. Half My says tartar is a bunch of crap. You know, I don't like tartar sauce either, Half My. I honestly don't. I don't like tartar sauce either, man. You know, of course, I don't eat shrimp myself, but I'm not a big fan of tartar sauce. Yeah, like the 1600s, the mud floods. Yeah, the mud floods. Were there mud floods, and are all the mountains melted buildings and cities, and you know, is all the architecture, these like the banks and all these like buildings in America, are they from like a previous era? You know, all that stuff. You know, I'm not even making any sense when I'm saying this. Mud floods. You guys believe in that? Preparing for war, he says no. He says a big no. N-O-O-O-O-O-O-O. Preparing for war says no. Memory Man says yes. Oh man, Bitcoin's dumping. Bitcoin's in a little bit of a mud flood itself right now. Yeah, we're talking about Tartaria. Of course, you can't talk about Tartaria without talking about a whole bunch of other stuff too. You know. Dak Big 25, he says, one thing's for sure, we have been lied to about a lot of things. Yeah, I feel you on that, Dak Big 25, you know. That's why I maintain an open mind about stuff. I don't know. 12,000 years ago. Now yeah. Okay, maybe. Worldwide, no. Half my says no. All right, Slow Sia 4318 says, I live in the PNW. Is that the Pacific Northwest? I don't know what that really means. And it's kind of crazy not to believe in a cataclysm given the formations out here. Are we talking about the flood? No, we're not talking about Noah's flood. We're talking about a different kind of cataclysm that happened not so distant in the past. DJ says, I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens. Okay. Dennis Marv, he says, Jason, but what if some aliens sneak and get you? Well, I pray against that stuff. You know, I pray against that stuff in Yeshua's name, right? So the World's Fair building should give you a clue. Yeah, the World's Fair buildings, and yeah, I've heard it flat smack, you know. I've heard it, man. Tartaria's on the old maps. Yeah, it's on the old maps. It is. It is. In the past 200 years, Jason Casper happened. Yeah. 7,000 years ago, Florida had a population closest related to Asia today. That's interesting. Pink says one of the biggest lies is that there are many ways to the Father. That's true. I agree with that. I agree with that. Why did I smell my finger? Oh, I'll tell you why. Because what I like to do is I like to pick these pine leaves, and I break them and I rub them together on my fingers like this, and I smell them. You guys, you know, getting real up close and personal. Oh, I'd love to do this. Smells so good. Yeah, I love to do it. Smells so good. And then the pine sap gets stuck to the fingers. Look, you could still see the residue of the pine sap stuck to my fingers, that black stuff. It smells so good. Underground cities in Turkey, really? Interesting. Mainstream media can make anything a worldwide cataclysm. That is very true. That is very true. Yeah, Senor, you can't do that in the city. That's for sure. You can't just pick the pine needles from the tree and give it a sniff in the city. That is for sure, man. You do that with weed. Back in my weed smoking days, I also used to do that with weed. After you roll a fatty, you know, and you're breaking it up, rolling it in there. Yeah, it actually has the same feeling, a little sticky feeling. The resin, yeah. I used to do that with weed too. Now I do it with pine needles. Antarctic will have buying and selling on spot for sure. For sure. Will Trump announce the aliens? I don't know. I don't know what the disclosure is going to look like. I don't know. How did I quit weed? The Lord took it away from me, HFG. It was a supernatural thing. Supernatural. Did I ever play video games? Not really. I played classic video games. I played Super Mario 3. I played Super Mario 60. I played a lot of old school video games. I never played new video games. Once Xbox came out, I was done. I was done. All right, so, man, I really just wait. I hope. I thought we were gonna get a pump. I think we're still gonna get a pump, guys. Let's wait and see how this rolls out. Dollar bills, thanks the Lord for weed. That's cool, you know, if that's your thing, bro. You know, for me, it was definitely something that did not help my life, and I was in bondage to it, and God set me free from that bondage, and so I'm very, very thankful for that. I'm too young for old school games. Well, here's the thing. When I was a kid, all I had was an NES. Or I had an NES, the old school one that came out in the 80s, 1985. I had Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. I had The Legends of Zelda. I had Link. I had, you know, Super Mario 3. Had all those NES games. Then in 1998, I got a Nintendo 64. And, you know, I played all the good games for Nintendo 64. And then in like 2002-ish, I decided one day I hated video games. I was sitting down playing GameCube, and I realized I really don't like this at all. I don't know why I'm playing this game, and I just stopped playing video games, you know? Yeah, but GHPL says Satan keeps you on the right track. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not, but here's the thing. If you're going to be making deals with the dark side, you're going to have to pay for that, bro, with your own soul. So I hope that you're being sarcastic. I hope you're just trolling. Because if you're not, again, it's not going to turn out very good for you, bro. So I pray you're joking. If you're not joking, then I pray that you seek the Lord and He sets you free from demonic strongholds in your life. 007, yeah, 007, that was a good game. 007, that was a fun game. We used to get real competitive with that. Have I ever watched Jason Casper on weed? No, I've never watched myself on weed. There are no aliens, they're disembodied spirits of the Nephilim. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if aliens are disembodied Nephilim spirits. I don't know. Look, there's a lot of things we don't know, right? There's a lot of things we don't know. One thing I do know is that I do believe that any kind of genetic manipulation of God's creation is wrong, right? So whatever's happening with the whole alien phenomenon has to do with genetic manipulation to some degree. Whether some of them are actual demonic entities, fallen angels, maybe some of them are disembodied spirits that have created for themselves new bodies somehow. I don't know. But whatever the case, whatever it is, it's definitely not whatever they're going to tell us it is when there's alien disclosure, official alien disclosure. And it's definitely not what the movies and the media have been telling us for the past 100 years. It's definitely not that, right? It's definitely not that. Memory Man says, I quit video games because it was holding me down, but I still smoke flowers like a freight train. Well, you know, then good for you, Memory Man, because, you know, if it's working for you, then it's working for you, man. You know? Aliens are demonic. I believe whatever is happening is demonic. When I say demonic, I mean it's not of God, right? It's of the dark side. It's of the dark side. Shout out to Juan Estrada. What's going on, my bro? What's going on? Metroid for NES. Yeah, you know, I never got into Metroid, but you know what game I did love for NES was Mega Man 2. Good old Mega Man 2. You guys remember Mega Man 2? With like Woodman and Metal Man and Airman. That was a good game. And that had really good music. That game had such good music. Mega Man 2, I think, for the NES, probably the best music. One of the best musics of any NES game. In my opinion. In my opinion. Yeah, many alien abductions have stopped by calling upon the name of Jesus. That's another reason why I fully believe whatever's happening is you know, of the dark side. You haven't thought about Mega Man since you were little? Yeah, Mega Man. That's what's up. Shout out to the next resistance level. Big shout out to Beanstalk U. Shout out to Splashfire Films. Wow, Street Fighter 2. Yeah, that did also have an epic soundtrack. I forgot about that game. Are we going to pump or are we going to dump? Well, I feel like we could dump a little bit, but I'm hoping that we do pump up a little bit more. Good to store away important healthy choices and reevaluate your habits. Says Beanstalk U. Adam prayed to Jesus and the aliens left. That's what's up, man. Yeah, for sure. Tomorrow's a big day for the pump. You can feel it in your bones. Yeah, I hope your bones are right. I hope your bones are right. Please rap. You need it, says Sheen009. Oh man, I don't know if I have it in me. Like I need some price action, you know? I need some juicy price action. The Cornea of Time or Ocarina, however you say it, had a good soundtrack. Yeah, but I never played that game, sadly. Like I never really got into that game. My brother did. My brother did. I don't even know what I would rap about. Bitcoin's doing nothing. We're doing nothing. We're doing nothing, you know? Man, isn't it crazy? This short trade is now up $2,000. Oh man, I hope you're right, Juan Estrada, about the pump, because like I said, and I know I'm doing the wrong thing by having a number goal in mind for this long trade, but I really want to hit a $100,000 trade just so I can say I did it. Just so I can say I did it. You know. The best video games are the one we're playing right now, the markets and life. Yeah, you know, that's kind of how I feel. You know, because this basically is a video game. Man, it's so sad. Not sad, but you know, my nephew, he's 13. He's obsessed with video games and stuff. I'm trying to get him into trading. He's a smart kid. You know, it's like, but he has no interest, so whatever. But man, if I could go back to old Jason Casper when he was 13 and just say, you know, learn how to chart. I don't even know if you could do that when I was 13. But man, imagine all the energy that we wasted on pointless things when we were young. If we had wasted that energy on things that would benefit us. You know? Rap about the beautiful property. You know what the problem is, Memory Man? The problem is I'm not a good rapper at all. right? And so if it's not about the charts, I can't think of anything to say. My first 100K trade might be the short from 82. You close your long after 80K. That was a good move, Memory Man. Honestly, I thought about closing half of this right now to book in like 60 grand. I'm not going to close this thing in a loss. Like, I'm definitely not going to close this thing in a loss. You know. Okay, so 68% believe in a world cataclysm. Yeah, that's interesting. You guys believe in a world cataclysm. Yeah. Okay, cool, man. Look, the Jason Casper viewers, man. You guys got some open minds up in here. You guys for sure have some open minds. I knew I could trust you guys. Where's the 100-week moving average, Juan Estrada? Let me check that out real quick. Let's check out the 100-week moving average. Let's see, where are we? That's the 20. Let's put on the 100. Oh, wow. Wow. I mean, that's 87K. Man, that would definitely make me $100,000. That would make me $100,000. Bitcoin's falling now, you say? It's not really. It's not really falling. Yeah, London low. Yeah, that's definitely the next place I'm looking for a long. Let kids be kids, says GHPL. Look, youth is wasted on the young, GHPL. I'm that old man right now. Youth is wasted on the young. The Sumerians think they have multiple cataclysms. Yeah, I mean, like, who knows, right? I do not know. I do not know. Nihilist UK drum and bass. How many crypto traders does it take to change a light bulb? A lot. Because every time a crypto trader's wife asks him to change the light bulb, he says, yeah, I will, right after this. But of course, this never ends because the markets are 24 hours. We're never going to get around to changing that light bulb. You know? What's my TP1, the hedge short? I don't know, man. I don't know. It really depends on the situation here. London is closed. It's a bank holiday. What's my biggest single win trade? I think like 65K. 65K. Castlevania. I forgot about Castlevania. Sideways and slightly down. Yeah. Man, I forgot about Castlevania. That's crazy. Yeah, I do have an NES emulator on my computer. Whoa. Yeah, I do have an NES emulator on the computer. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. I just pulled open Super Mario 3. Sometimes I play with my kids. Because, you know. Oh yeah, you guys can see it. Can you see it? No, you can't see it. Let's see. There we go. There you go. Super Mario Brothers 3. Have I ever been to the UK? No, I've never been to the UK, and I never will. I never will go to the UK. I'm sorry. I never will. What do I think about dinosaurs? So I have a few different thoughts about dinosaurs. Theory number one is that I have a lot of different theories about dinosaurs. I don't know what I think about dinosaurs. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know if they are really existed. You know, it is very strange to me that nobody knew about dinosaurs until all of a sudden the government's paying out lots of grant money for people to find dinosaurs. And then they find like 2 bones and they're like, oh yeah, it must be a new Brontosaurus Rex thing. And they like draw this whole diagram and fill the rest in with plaster, fake bones. And it is weird also that you can't actually see a dinosaur skeleton if you go to a museum because they can't put the real ones out. And it's also strange to me that a lot of early archaeological findings turned out to be fraudulent. So sometimes I wonder if the whole thing is just people looking to get money from the government. Other times I wonder if they were, you know, maybe they were creatures that existed, but they were destroyed by some kind of cataclysm. You know, maybe they were genetically modified creatures, right? Like if you, you know, the scripture says all flesh had become corrupt. So the question is, does that include animal flesh? And if you read ancient tradition, you know, they say, yeah, even animals were being like genetically modified, and so were plants. And so maybe those things weren't supposed to exist. Maybe they're like genetic hybrids or something, and they got wiped out. Those are kind of like my two main theories about it, but I'm open to other stuff too, you know. I'm open to other stuff too, you know. Go to the 24-minute time frame here. Let's put on our good old market Cipher B. You're pretty iffy on dinos. Yeah, I'm super iffy on dinos. I'm super iffy. I mean, of course, you also have all these legends of like fire-breathing dragons and stuff like this. So, you know, maybe there is stuff like that. Maybe that stuff is still here and we just don't know. You know, I don't know. But they needed a story to back up limited fossil fuels. Flashmack doesn't believe in fossil fuel. What do I think is in the deep ocean? I don't know. There's a certain limit to how deep we can go, allegedly. I've never been down there myself. So how could I possibly know? I don't know. I would assume like under the earth is the underworld somewhere, somehow. But I don't really know. Genesis says that all animals and humans were created at the same time. No, it doesn't say they were created at the same time. It says they were created one day. Oh, no, you're right. They were created on the same day. My bad. They were created on day 6. But animals were created first. Yeah, animals were created first, right? And the earth brought them forth. That's the big difference between the creation of man and the creation of animals. The earth brought forth the animals, but God formed man, or created man, in his own image. It's a little bit different. Is Kanye West clone? I don't know. I don't know. What do I think about the Gnostic teachings? Well, I'm a Christian, so I reject them. To put it simply, nihilist UK drum and bass. So I think that everything Gnosticism is trying to achieve through Gnosis is only available through Christ. All right, so that's my view. All right, I don't think that salvation, or I don't even want to use the word salvation, but I don't think ascension or any kind of salvation or freeing from this physical experience is possible outside of Christ, outside of Jesus, right? So, and Gnosticism is a very broad umbrella. I mean, you could consider a lot of different things Gnosticism, right? But I'm assuming you basically are talking about somehow ascending or being freed from the physical condition through knowledge and enlightenment. And yeah, I reject that. I don't think it's possible. I think it's a trap, a never-ending trap. Real Cipher Rider says, Jason, I believe this is the last bottom before the big pump. Well, it might be. I hope we get one more bottom. All right. Yeah, Memory Man's a Gnostic. So we talked to him about it. All right, the Nuts 33 says, my point is that dinosaurs aren't millions of years old, while humans are only thousands of years old. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm open to a lot of different things. All right, I'm open to a lot of different things here. So, yeah, I would agree that if dinosaurs were created or began to exist after the creation of Adam and before the flood of Noah, then yeah, humans and dinosaurs would have been on the earth at the same time, right? But if there was some kind of pre-Adamic creation or some kind of pre-Adamic civilization of sorts, then, you know, things could be very, very old. You know, things can be very, very old, all right? We don't know how old the earth is. You know, the Bible doesn't tell us that. You could add up the genealogies if you want, and then you're going to get somewhere between 6,000 and 10,000 years old, depending on if you're doing the Masoretic text or the Septuagint. But even then, that doesn't tell us, was there something here before the 6 days of creation? I mean, even from a biblical perspective, you have to ask yourself, you know, when did the devil fall? I mean, when did that happen? Did that happen before the 6 days? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. You could make an argument for and against it. You could say everything had to have been created in those 6 days because it says, you know, in Genesis 2 that God finished his work, the heavens and the earth and all their hosts, right? So to speak, that everything that exists was created in those 6 days. But there are different ways to interpret that. So but look, I don't know. I honestly, these are things I can't know. So they're fun to think about, though. They're definitely fun to think about, for sure. Wajeb thinks that someone on acid created the stories. Do you really think that? Wajeb? You think that somebody on acid created those stories? Or are you just joking? You want to raffle today in Discord, Dreamer991? That's cool. I'll get you your prize ASAP. Once we get all the wallets, then I will, I'll get everyone out their prizes. Ah, man, I was hoping that we would get some juicy action today, guys. You know? Monthly Bitcoin chart looks great. How about phantom time theory? Doesn't that go right along with the mud floods and all that, memory man? Doesn't phantom time theory go along with like Tartaria and the fact that like there were like centuries that were added like in the Middle Ages and stuff like this? You know? There's a bug on me. What kind of music is this? This is not the kind of music I like. This put me to sleep right now. What the heck? Lo-fi coffee music? No, no thanks. Here we go. This is more like it. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Here we go, here we go. Hey yo, we're trading Bitcoin trying to make 100K today, but the market makers coming out to play. They say, hey Jay man, we won't let you win. We're gonna hit you down right onto your chin to the curb. Ain't you heard about to dump it down to 75K before we turn around? The market makers gave the scam wick in advance over on Bybit. You better do the dance and change your pants, cause you know you soiled them. Got the crap coming down your with the loyal, then the tin foil. Got the potatoes, man, up in the oven. The Bitcoin price like the hand in the glove and no love. Cause you know they about to dump it, candles turning purple, man. And like Donald Trump said, he said I'm only orange cause I like to eat my porridge when I'm hanging out with my good friend named Jarridge, busting through the door hinge. He's coming in, he says, hey Jay, come and give it a spin, talking about the new Lambo that we got today from the dealership. You know I never give it gay, I keep it straight, I keep it simple, and you know I never play. Jay Casper, another day, another trade. In the garden outside, we're digging with the spade. Don't you know I'm coming in just to say, hey Jay, you know we're here in the long trade, looking for the bounce. You know we blast in space like the rocket ship, busting up through the Van Allen radiation bells till they had enough. We're coming back down to the Pacific Ocean. We're trading here on Bybit and BLOFIN. And don't you know, once the raps get going, I just can't stop. Hopefully I'm not choking, so sit down my bloke and listen to me spit. Jay Casper, we got the grit, we're in the crew. You know we're only making the moves, cause the candles never turning purple, they only turning blue. Now let me tell you what the price is about to do. Sit back and I'ma take you to the trading school. We got the upside down uneven cheeks on market Cipher B. Now let me take a peek. We got so big on the left, baby, don't you know it's juicy. We got skinny on the right, just around the booty. And I don't even know if you could spot it, but we just came up and made a double top, and now we about to dump down. Your smiles turn to frown. You were in the profit, but now we turn around. You were in the green, Jay Casper, a trading machine, but now we're in the red, and it's going straight to my head. Oh my goodness. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. You had to go to bed last night for work. If you were up, you could have taken the 3K. Magamax Cherry. I'm sorry that you didn't get it. Yeah, finally we got some bars, you know. Magamax Cherry says, I believe the year is not 2026. So Wajeb doesn't believe in any book. Okay, that's cool, man. Look, honestly, if you think that we should learn from previous humans that came before us, then, I mean, guess what old books are? It's all the wisdom and knowledge of those that came before us, my man. But look, to each their own. See what happens. What's the main target for the short? Well, look, I'm looking at like this, okay? I'm honestly, if this is our chart here, I'm kind of looking at it like this. I'm looking that we come down, maybe we take the lows from the weekend, like down to here, and then come back up. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Now, this short that I'm currently in, I'm not really going to take profits unless we're actually going to lose like 75K, really. Or not 75K, I'm sorry, 73-ish K, right? If we're coming back down to the value area low of the macro range here, I'm going to have to close that long and take my profit. All right, I'm going to have to close the long, take the profit if we are coming back down into this. All right, so we lose this orange line right here. And in my opinion, that is very bearish, extremely bearish. Then we're going to have confirmed ultra bearish divs. But until we do that, I'm going to keep the long open, right? Is the $100,000 going to help get the ceiling painted? No. No, it's not. Sadly, it's not. Okay? I don't think I'll ever paint this ceiling. You're looking for a whipsaw? Yeah, the nuts 33, definitely not. I don't think I'll ever paint the ceiling. My chart is frozen. Yeah, I forgot to mention, for some reason, sometimes, and I don't know why, but if I don't have it open on my computer, it will freeze. So watch this. Here we go. There we go. Now it's fixed. I got to be looking at it on my main screen here. $79,605 memory man took profit. That's cool. Gonna have a Monday high to deal with mañana. Yeah, for sure. The calendar's definitely fake. Says Dakbeck. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. Calendars are a very interesting thing to study in general. Felix believes in Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. I believe in Jesus Christ too. So we're on the same page there, Felix H. Drywall grows mold without being sealed. Huh, didn't know that. Well, maybe I'll have a moldy ceiling. Maybe I'll have a moldy ceiling. It's not Antarctic that's freezing. It's my computer. If I don't watch, I'll make it freeze again. Here, we're going to freeze Antarctic. Right now, TradingView is frozen. If I go to TradingView, Antarctic will freeze, right? It's dependent on which one I have open here, right? Depends which one I have open. What's a good walking pad? Barber Trader Joe? Whatever's cheap on Amazon. This one I actually really like. This is the Home Tro. Home Tro. The Home Tro. Let me see if I can find it. I got a few of these. Yeah, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, this is the one I got here. The Home Tro Fitness at Home walking pad. Here it is. This is it. This could be me. I bought it because I thought this could be me. You know? This is me. This is me. 9% incline. You know, I have never even used the incline on this. I don't even know how the incline works. 265-pound capacity. Take your fitness to the next level, it says. And it's only, how much is it here? I don't know. Doesn't say. Doesn't say here. Oh, it's currently unavailable. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, currently unavailable, but that's the one I currently use. It's a good thing it's a good thing I have a bunch. It's a good thing I have a bunch, because, you know, I do have a bunch of them in case one burns out. Yeah, I do pretty much look like her, right? Been live for 3 hours. It's been 2 hours. But shout out to KCron89. All right, memory man. If you say I should get some primer on, I'll get some primer on. All right, I will. I will. I drag that thing in and out of the garage every day. Yeah, pretty much, you know. I really like this new garage setup here. You know, I had an office inside, and I felt like I live in such a beautiful place. Why would I want to be inside all day? I'd rather just be outside. So now I'm outside. You know, now I'm outside. Big shout out to the super chat. What's the deal with Rave, man? Why is everyone... How is Rave looking? Let's take a look at Rave, all right? We'll take a look at Rave here. Take a quick look at Rave. Thank you so much for the super chat. Is Trump blabbing right now? Let's see. Let's see. First, we'll take a look at Rave. Then we'll see if Trump's blabbing. All right. Take a look at Rave again. All right. Rave's been pumping. All right. Rave's been pumping. So, we're out of support. We're breaking out of this. I'd say, you know, $2.50 is the next support, and after that, $6.40 is the golden pocket. I don't know how much we got here, but like I said, it's a gamble. If you're willing to take it, I mean, we've already pumped up quite a bit since we looked at it last time. We were still in this box here, so we're up probably what? Someone said 11% since then. Wow, we're up 20% since then. Should have traded Rave. I guess that's why everyone's into it right now. We're up 20% in a few minutes here. Yeah, I mean, we're squeezing all this. We could continue to squeeze. We could come up to 250. Now, again, this is not the kind of coin that I can really do like analysis on, to be honest with you, because it's just a rug pull. So, you know, it's just a rug pull in general. Do I want Moon Boys trapped? I don't really want anybody trapped, to be honest with you. I just want something to happen. I just want to make $100,000 in one trade. That's all I really want. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? All right. Well, you know what sucks, guys? It sucks that whenever I go live, we get no volatility. That's kind of a bummer. You know, it's kind of is a bummer. If I were to end the stream right now, we would get something crazy to happen. But sadly, I do have to end the stream now, right? It's almost 4 p.m. my time, so I gotta head out, guys. But I love you. God bless you. In Jesus' name, may the Lord bless you and your families. And Lord willing, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.